Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Teaching Online with Kelsey. My name is Kelsey and I created this channel to vlog about my life as a full-time online teacher and to also serve other online teachers as well. So please make sure it is not the last time that you see me by hitting that red subscription button and the bell down below to be notified of new videos every week. And to also give this video a thumbs up. It helps support me and this channel. Before we get started, if you are interested for teaching on Allschool, I have a free Allschool guide to help you get started and to help you with your application process so that you can start teaching on Allschool as soon as possible. So that guide is down below in the description box. So speaking of Allschool, if you have been an Allschool teacher for a while or thinking about becoming an Allschool teacher, or you were a teacher that was super excited to teach the PGC courses, well, so Allschool came out with an email on the week of March 7th, 2022. And I'm just going to read aloud what the email has said very briefly. So what it says is, "Dear teachers, we are aware that you have been anxiously awaiting the launch of the PGC courses for quite some time now. This is why it brings us no joy whatsoever to have to say to you now that due to insurmountable legal hurdles related to course review, the launching of PGC courses have been postponed indefinitely." So postponed, not canceled. At least in the email, that's how I'm interpreting it, is that they're not just completely scrapping the idea of PGC courses, because from my understanding, the PGC math teachers are still a thing on the Allschool platform, which I have not heard of any updates from those types of teachers. So if you're watching this video and you are an Allschool PGC teacher, can you let us know down below how that's going for you and just give us some more insight on what that kind of looks like for courses already created for you that you just wake up to teach. So what does that really mean for, because I've already made a video about how you can just roll out of bed and just start teaching classes. And then 2 weeks later, we get this email saying, we're not sure when this is really going to happen. Oh, and here's the thing. I just want to be honest with my subscribers and my viewers. I am not the type of teacher that wants to bait and switch anyone. I don't want you to sign up for Allschool and it just be a joke. Like I'm not the type of person that wants to do that to you. Okay. So when I got this email, I was really surprised, and I didn't know. It took a while for me to process and to create this video, because I know several of you that have followed me for Allschool updates were probably curious about how I would react to this email and what I would have to say about it. And you're like, well, Kelsey, you told me I could just roll out of bed and teach. What do we do now? So I don't want to leave you hanging, and I don't want you to think that Allschool is just, throwing you into the curb and it's like, ha, good luck, and let's just say, I don't want to do dirty. I don't want to do dirty to you at all. I want to make sure that I do serve you as best as possible. And who knows, like maybe you reading that email, maybe you have said, yeah, I don't know if this program is for me. But if you keep reading further in the email, you have to understand, if I was in their position and the way that they apologized and then tried to make it right, I would probably do the same thing. I would own up to my mistakes, and I would try to fix it to the best of my ability that I could do. I would probably do the same thing that they responded. So as we continue in the email, as a new school and a new platform, Allschool has always been committed to building a better teaching and learning environment for learners, teachers, and parents alike. This is a cause worth fighting for. Every member of our staff would agree this is sentiment. Unfortunately, this time we couldn't live up to that promise. However, we believe that failure is not only a stepping stone to success, but to greatness. Therefore, in order to make up for our shortfall this time, we have decided to compensate teachers by sponsoring subscriptions to third-party websites to provide lesson plans and curriculum materials for teachers who just don't have time to create their own lessons from scratch. This compensation would be up to the amount of $30, so 30 USA dollars, and available for a certain period of time for those teachers who signed up to teach PGC courses. So they do go into those very specific details on how you could be compensated for purchasing those courses and then using that to teach on the Allschool platform instead. So, you got to remember, at the time that I'm filming this, right, Allschool is still a new company. They are still a brand new company. They're still working out a lot of kinks, and I believe they mean well. And if you're wondering if it's a scam, if it's real, they have not asked a dime of my money. And if they're actually willing to compensate you for purchasing third-party lessons to use on the site, how is that a scam if they're compensating you and also giving you money? That's not a great scam if they're actually, giving you money. Just saying. But it is frustrating if you were a teacher who applied to be a PGC teacher and now you're like, well, great. Now I have to create a course, or I have to find a way to purchase a course and be able to make sure I'm legally allowed to teach it for commercial use, because they do on the email show a list of websites where you can look up the third-party courses. So, and they'll mention the price and mention the months if you have to buy a subscription thing. You just have to make sure that you're allowed to teach the lesson for commercial usage, because that was one of the legal battles that Allschool had to go through, and that's why there's a hold on the PGC courses. So I don't think, PGC teachers are completely out of the woods yet. I think there's still hope for the future in that. I just think for now, if you can find a way to make time to create a lesson or to just purchase a lesson and use that as your course, then eventually it'll come to a point that Allschool will figure out a program or create a program of their own where we can teach each other's lessons. So I would not lose hope. I would not think, I think I'm just going to go without school, or I'm going to try Kid Pass, or I'm just going to do that other thing instead. I can't force you to teach on Allschool. That's up to you if you want to teach on their platform or not. I'm just giving you the facts that they had shared in the email and sharing with you, what I feel like they're doing and how, ultimately I can share my opinion, but the decision is up to you on this. Now, if you download my guide and you're like, it's fine, I'm gonna try to bite my tongue and create a lesson, it'll be fine. And besides, if you apply as a UGC teacher, eventually when they do reinstate the PGC program, you will be able to do both your lessons and their pre-made curriculum. So there's always that to look forward to whenever they do revisit and be able to revive that idea, that eventually you will get to a point where you can just roll out of bed and teach another teacher's lesson, or to teach their curriculum that they have. So I wouldn't lose hope in that either. So another thing I'm going to show in this video, so if you did apply to be a PGC teacher and you're like, ugh, do I really have enough time to create a lesson and submit it to Allschool? So I recently had to do a course creation video for Allschool, and it kind of gave me the idea that maybe before you really apply to Allschool or to any online teaching program, that if you're just starting out as a brand new online teacher, you know, how do I even make a lesson to begin with? Where do I even start? And if you have watched my videos long enough, you know that I absolutely love Canva. Canva has literally changed my life in terms of how I lesson plan, how I create Instagram posts, how I've created a lot of things with Canva. And I really, 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 really wish Canva would sponsor me, because like, I don't know what I'm going to have to do to get Canva to sponsor me, because I use Canva nearly every day. And when I show you how to create your own lesson slides on Canva, you're going to see like, wow, Kelsey, you are absolutely right. I love using Canva. And if you love using Canva too, let me know down below in the comments, because I know I'm not the only one using Canva. So, and it's free. Canva's free. All right, we're going to get to the computer. So now that we are on the page of Canva, so on this home page here, you're going to click on presentations that you see here. So on presentations, you'll have your standard presentation, talking presentations. You can also do a presentation on your phone, but in terms of Allschool, we're just going to stick with the standard presentation format. So you can click on that and it'll open up to a blank template. So, but if you just truly do not have time to write down your lesson plan, there are templates that you can use here. So I know in the other video that I did for Allschool, I talked about insects, but you'll be able to see that you can do different layouts and you can do different templates. So if you click here, right, you have multiple options. So there's even one for like skip counting. Like there are some that already have like the lessons on there if you really wanted to use it. Like I can show you one about the solar system. So if I click on solar system, and you have like 5-10 different types of templates you can use to talk about the solar system. So, you know, let's use this one here with the video. So you can apply all 10 pages here, and it'll have a special format, and look, it even moves. How cool is that? You know, and especially if you use the screen share option on ClassPod, or if you just use Zoom for your Allschool classes, like you show that to the kids are going to love it. All right. So, and it's super easy to edit. So you can call it the space science lesson, or you can click on the text and you can write the solar system. And you can click how big you want the letters. You can even format it where all the letters fit on one line, or smaller like that. So, you know, and if you like some things but not the others, you know, like let's get to know space better with, and it says Teacher Morgan. That's not my name. So Miss Kelsey, there you go. Super easy to work on. So some things that they type on the slides could be really helpful, but if you're teaching a very specific lesson that would need more slides or less slides or certain materials or text that you want to put in the lesson, so you can do that as well. That doesn't mean what we put on here is what you have to use. This is just one of the pre-made templates you can use for your Allschool classes. So let's say you want to add another of this page. If you click this button on top, it says duplicate page. And you click on that, look, it's the same page that you see here. And then you can click on the text, change the text as you need it. Or if you want to add some extra stuff, you can go to elements and let's say, oh, I want some stars. So, and it gives you a lot of options for different stars. So then when you click on it, look, it's right there. And then you can size it bigger or you can add more. So you can add extra stuff if you want more or less. So we'll delete that. Let's say you don't really want that little Saturn there. You just click on it and then delete and it's gone. So really simple. And then if you're like, man, maybe I don't really want this page, you just go up here where it says delete page and it's gone. It's that simple. And then if you want a blank page, but none of the other slides that you see here, like the other designs, you can click this button here on top and it says add page. And it'll give you the same color background, but it'll be completely blank. So you'll have a blank canvas to how you want to create your slide. So maybe you want to add stars, maybe you want to add more glitter, and then you can click on text and let's see, oh, there's the text. So it's also super easy to move the text around. You see here, and then you can choose whatever font you want and then simply click on it and write, there are 100 billion stars in space. So, or whatever information that you want to put on your slides, depending on what you're teaching. So, of course, depending on the age group that you're teaching is going to depend on how well you want to decorate your templates and your slides, and if you want to add the glitz and glamour, or if you just need some simple presentation, you know, that's okay. That's okay as well. So, I mean, and if you know, and if you feel like you already know what you're going to talk about in your lesson, you just need to put it down on slides, then Canva is your best friend to do that. And Canva is going to be your best friend forever if you have the Canva Pro. And Canva Pro is about $12 a month. But the thing is, a lot of times when you do the Canva Pro and you're looking for a particular picture, you don't have to worry about whether that picture is going to be copyrighted or not. So you pay that $12 a month to pay for pictures that you have permission to use, even if it's copyrighted. So not only that, but if you upload your own photos, as you see here, you'll be able to have a certain amount, you'll be able to have as much storage as possible and not a restricted amount. And then you can do certain styles. So if you want certain color palettes, you could do that. You could also upload videos and do audios and create a logo. Like, it's more than just creating lesson slides. You can create a lot with Canva, and especially with Canva Pro. So I recommend Canva Pro. It's well worth the $12 a month. If you're thinking about it, I have that link down below to sign up for a Canva Pro trial, your first month, 30 days free. And trust me, you're not going to regret it. I promise. So once you have all your slides though, you're going to then save your slides. So that means you're going to go up to the top here. That's the save button. All right. Now it will say PDF. So unfortunately, if you are downloading your slides to use on ClassPod and the slides are going to be on ClassPod, they're not going to do any of the animations, or you're not going to be able to do any kind of drag and drop features with your kiddos. So that's going to be turned off, which is another reason why I recommend screen share for like the animations or like interactive drag and drop features with your kiddos. So, but anyways, for just your standard slides that you want to show, you just click on your options. So it would open up naturally with PNG, but you want to do PDF because that's going to be easier for the Allschool team to put on ClassPod essentially for your list. So you download it and then submit your lesson plans for Allschool to review and approve for that course to be taught on. So at most should take about 15-20 minutes to complete, as long as you're able to have all your information ready to go to present for Allschool, essentially. And the best part that I love about Allschool, if we go back home and we look up the lesson plan templates, they have lesson plan templates. So if we look here, lesson plans, like they come in all sorts of different colors. So you don't have to do the colors, but if you want to teach a course and there's not slides with your lesson, you can just click on this simple lesson plan here and just fill out everything that needs to be filled out like you would a lesson plan for like a brick and mortar teacher. So you would do the grade level or ages, since we teach ages rather than grades, the subject, the topic, and if it's an ongoing or multi-day course, what lesson is this, and so if you are doing like a camp, like a multi-day camp, you would need a lesson plan for each day that you're going to go over. So, and you'll have all of that you can also submit to Allschool for approval for the class as well. So I hope this video was helpful, and that as soon as you're done watching me, you're going to go straight to Canva and go, okay, I'm going to play around with this for a little bit. So hopefully that'll encourage you to write lessons for the time being until Allschool can figure out how to work out the PGC situation. But for the meantime, play around with Canva. You may fall in love with Canva and realize, yeah, I can make my lesson plans. This is great. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. And if you have any other questions for me about Allschool or online teaching, please leave a comment down below. I'd be happy to chat with you about that. And I will see you next time.